Fantastic. Thank you so much, Susanna. And thank you, Kelly. That's fantastic. So just to talk through client success stories, one of the things we like to do as a part of our user groups, which we've been running for about 3 years now, is profile clients that we've been working with, the success stories that they've had. And typically we take a broad range of topics around that. Sometimes it will be a client who has recently done an implementation and there's a story around that implementation process. Perhaps it might be an integration, it might be a customization. It's a chance to really profile clients who are trying to take the MYOB Advanced solution and integrate that as an overall part of their solution and their offering. We look forward as a part of these user groups of continuing those conversations with our clients. We look forward to actually understanding the successes that you're having with Advanced, to partnering with you in those conversations, and hopefully for some of you being part of these client success stories in the future as well. So firstly, I want to talk about a client of ours called Go Transit. Go Transit are a Queensland-based advertising organisation that does essentially all the advertising on the buses and those sorts of large-scale type advertising requirements. So we'll have all been sitting on a motorway or a busy road at some point, seen a bus drive by and seen some lovely or perhaps gaudy advertising at times. And that's essentially the world that Go Transit focus on, is really bringing advertising to life in a big way. They had some significant challenges around their previous ERP solution. They'd increasing client numbers, increasing transaction volumes that weren't really able to be managed within the application that they were previously using. Issues with being able to actually access that data remotely. And we saw that example from Susanna in terms of the ease of using the Advanced app, and with the particular on-premise solution that Go Transit were using previously, and they were really limited in terms of the way they could give that data to their employees and really empower them to have access to the right information at the right time. Of course, as a growing organisation, they found that they were needing increased capability and functionality from the ERP solution. So realised that they'd really reached a transition point in terms of their journey, in terms of the solution that they needed to support their business in that next phase, that next season of their growth. They looked to MYOB Advanced as the solution to address their needs, replacing their on-premise solution, and really got some smarts, particularly around approvals, workflows, automation, to really streamline the processes throughout the system. Some of those features that we've talked about before on the session with Susanna around approval workflows, notifications, some really good features that just, essentially deal with those rough edges that often we have around our manual processes. As a part of that, they complemented the advanced solution with ezyCollect to provide an integrated accounts receivable workflow, really to automate and help manage that debtor reminder process. They had a very long tail of small debts, lots of invoices, lots of transactions flowing through. It was very hard for a single accounts receivable resource to manage. They also utilised the Simplypaid portal to provide their clients with a simple payment portal by which they could see a list of outstanding invoices, select those invoices, put in their credit card details, make a payment, and have that transaction seamlessly post back into Advanced, doing the allocations, doing the payment processing, and just removing that manual process that, of course, we all tend to do on a daily basis. In terms of the benefits, for them, it's really helped support them with their growth. It's about increasing their ability to scale as their transaction volumes have increased, and really minimizing the finance FTE costs associated with that growth. And they've moved to a 100% paperless solution, really embracing advanced email integration, embracing the ability to put attachment to get against documents, and really using that change as a point in time at which they really embraced that journey of going 100% paperless. In addition, they did some small customizations to support recipient created tax invoices, just to help them engage with their suppliers more efficiently and get rid of some of those labor-intensive processes involved when you're dealing with lots of smaller suppliers, varying purchase order formats, varying invoice formats, and just the inconsistency and manual processes that introduces. Another example here, it's a company by the name of ERM Power. They're an engineering services organization, long-term user of MYOB Advanced, but had some really complex project requirements, particularly with the way in which projects were being managed across departments, across teams, and using lots of Excel spreadsheets to kind of support those operational processes. We all know what ERP stands for, Excel Replacement Program. We know that's not really what it stands for, but in terms of our ERP implementations, often that's one of the areas of pain that we see. All these Excel spreadsheets that are supporting our manual systems, our manual processes, sitting outside of our core system and actually acting as a detractor rather than an enabler. So the goal with this customization was really to replace those complex project requirements. How do we introduce a customization to fully support the operational workflow that they needed around their project management requirements? They had some real issues around lack of visibility of data, particularly performance across the departments, because they had all this disparate data, all these Excel spreadsheets that were being used and managed outside of the system. They couldn't effectively get a point of time view of where a project was at, holistically including the operational aspects as well as the financial aspects of that project. In terms of the solution, we heavily customized the projects module within MYOB Advanced to provide a seamless workflow across their departments and getting rid of all of those manual spreadsheets. It really involved a couple of specific elements. Firstly, was around audit tracking to manage audit requirements, the scheduling of audits, and making sure that projects within Advanced acted as a single source of truth for that data. As an engineering services company, they had a big requirement around compliance, around governance, around auditability. And we implemented a comprehensive document management system that actually ensured that the compliance activities that were being managed across multiple teams were being actively engaged and managed throughout the project lifecycle as a part of the project's process. To support that, we developed a series of dashboards and widgets to support the departmental reporting requirements, taking the reporting out of the hands of a poor administration employee who is typically time poor, and just making it an automated byproduct of the process that was in place. Some significant benefits were delivered to the organization. We really improved the overall project workflow, ensuring that all operational requirements were addressed within the one system, a single source of truth. We introduced real-time reporting across the organization, which previously was really impossible to achieve because of those disparate multiple data sources that were in place. And of course, finally, increased visibility performance through dashboards. Dashboards and KPIs, when you can extend those to the departmental leaders and the business units that need that visibility, are an incredibly powerful tool to empowering our employees. Last example is a company by the name of Elvin Group within the construction industry. Again, an advanced implementation, very complex general ledger requirements, multiple entities. They had 13 entities with diverse requirements and needed the ability to actually add multiple entities easily. There were very labor-intensive processes that were in place, managing that data across multiple disparate systems, and some specific industry software that they were utilizing, which again was a separate source of truth in a separate system being managed by a separate team. In terms of the solution, they implemented MYOB Advanced with a single tenant and multiple companies. And one of the advantages of the MYOB Advanced architecture is the fact that they can multiple companies can share a common chart of accounts, common suppliers, and common customers. We integrated their custom industry-specific software with two-way integration for customers and invoices, ensuring that that single source of truth across disparate systems is managed and maintained. They also utilized an application called Velixo, which is a connected service that integrates into MYOB Advanced, providing general ledger reporting and board packs and that sort of profit and loss type visibility that lots of our clients look for. And they use that to provide a broad range of reporting to the side of MYOB Advanced to support their board's requirements specifically. In terms of benefits, it really came down to transparency and visibility of performance. It came down to that aspect of having real-time reporting to really understand the business and where it was at in terms of the strategic goals. They established departmental reporting or business unit type reporting through the sub-account structure, and implemented, of course, group level consolidations, which again increased that visibility of overall performance for the board and higher level management. So that gives you a little bit of an idea of some of the things that we've done.